You got what you wanted out of that. Is that no injuries and a good hit out?
Yeah, no, it was a good hit out. I mean, it was really blustery conditions, so it made the quality of footy pretty tough. But I mean, really, in an intraclub game, we're looking to get the match fitness up, and as you said, get through with little to no injuries. I mean, Lockie Hansen got a little bit of whiplash, so we took him off pretty early. Got to do a bit of strength work with his neck at the moment. It's a bit flimsy, so we'll strengthen that up so he can play 4 quarters. Yeah. But no, it was all in all, we got what we wanted.
Ben Cunnington, outstanding.
Yeah, well, he played the way he's been training all pre-season, so he's starting to do the things that he was doing in under-18 footy, and we always had great confidence in Ben. All our supporters would know that we've shown great confidence in him all the way through, and he's really starting to develop. He's still got a fair way to go, and he knows that, but he showed today some of the special things he can do.
50 games, 4th year. It's that time, isn't it, Brad, where it's the upward scale.
Yeah, well, we've really interesting to track his progress. He's 12 months behind Jack Siebel, and he's pretty much tracked him identically all the way through his development. So we're really looking forward to seeing them both improve this year, and teamed up with Andrew Swallow and Daniel Wells and Ryan Bastanek and these guys, we're starting to develop a midfield that can bat relatively deep. But we showed at times last year that midfield's capable of playing against some pretty good sides, but not against all the best, so we've still got a bit to do.
And Petrie and Robbie showed again that he looks more and more settled as the next to him.
Yeah, and again, it's amazing. I mean, it stands to reason that guys generally continue their training form through the pre-season into the intra-club practice matches, and Drew and Robbie have both had terrific pre-seasons, both been uninterrupted and been real leaders on the track. So they played as we expected them to.
So overall, I know you're a week away from when you play your first real game. Are you where you wanted to over the summer? I know Lee Adams and Jack didn't play, but yeah, are you pretty happy with the whole state of affairs?
I don't think I'm ever happy in pre-season. I'm always cranky about something, but our medical guys have continued on just the great work they've been doing in preparing our guys to play, and not only getting them out on the track and training and playing, but getting our fitness level up to a level where it needs to be. And sometimes you tread that fine line between training too hard and potentially overcooking your players and copping a few injuries, and we've treaded a pretty fine line over the last couple of years, but to our medical staff's credit, they've got our guys fit and available. So that's really pleasing, but we've got to build our depth, and I was pretty pleased with some of the players that we haven't seen a lot of at senior level. Tom Curran shows some real, and a lot of our supporters would probably be a little bit surprised and potentially disappointed that Hamish McIntosh moved on, and Aaron Edwards has moved on to Richmond, and Ben McKinley and Ben Warren moved on. But we've had a bit of a we had a lot of players there that we needed to get games into, and Aaron Black and Tom Curran too. We've got we hold high hopes for, and I thought both of them showed pretty good signs today.
Daniel Curry looked pretty good in the ruck, Brad. What did you make of him and some of the other new guys?
Yeah, we thought Daniel was probably the pick of the 4 ruckmen today. So he did exactly what we drafted him to do, and that is to be a viable option for us in the ruck. And the way he played today, we'd certainly have him right up in contention to play very early on for us. So it does a couple of things. It gives us genuine backup for Todd Goldstein and Matt Jack Dorr and Ben Maybon. But depending on the structure we want to play, he looks like he could play one out in the ruck if he needed to. So he's really learnt from the opportunity he had at Sydney, gone back and dominated South Australian football, and now I think he's going to make the most of his next chance at AFL level.
Just your thoughts on playing up here at North Ballarat as well. How did you make of the ground?
Well, I think we spend a lot of time here with our half of our list going back and playing with North Ballarat in the VFL, so we've got a great relationship with them. I'm sure all the guys, anyone who lives in Ballarat, would like more water on their lawn. We'd like a little bit more water on the Ballarat Oval, but it's summer, isn't it? So it's hard and fast. They had the Ballarat gift just the other day, so but I think that people of Ballarat have got to. They want AFL footy in this part of the world, and if they want that, they've got to get out and vote with their feet and support AFL footy, because we're certainly keen to play up here for AFL premiership points. But at the moment we need to develop the ground, and they need to push City Council and state government and federal government to get something done there, because we're certainly behind it.
Given your sports science background, Brad, just wondering what you made of the league's comments this week that they're keen to reduce the influence of sports scientists at clubs.
Yeah, I don't think it's a general statement, isn't it? I think in terms of reducing the involvement, I think it's a matter of every club making sure their processes are in place, and we're extremely confident in the calibre of people that we have leading our sports science and medical team, and we know that all the things that are going on at the moment, we have nothing to worry about. So it's more an issue of process and making sure you've got all those things in place rather than reducing people's impact.